Hi everyone, hi. Okay, in this video, I'm talking about something that I've wanted to talk about for such a long time. It's all the beauty treatments that you'd normally have to get done in a clinic that I do for myself from home, like going through them all in detail, how it saves me money and all that good stuff. So I do my own microneedling, I do my own nails, I do my own IPL hair removal. Obviously I do my own makeup, I'm not going to go into that though. Manicure, pedicure, like everything that I can do for myself almost, I will give it a go. So yeah, I'm definitely a DIY girl. That's how this channel started. It's not just that it saves me money, it saves me time. I enjoy doing it. Like, I'm really interested in the process of all these beauty treatments and it's just my passion. So I'm glad that I started this job when I did. So I've been able to do everything that I love all the time, and here I am making a video about it. So let's go. First one, I'm sponsored by Cure, but I've been using their product for like 2 months now. It's amazing. And it's how I do my at-home microneedling. I love microneedling because it actually creates those controlled traumas to your skin that triggers the skin's natural healing process and collagen production. The results are amazing. I even went and paid $4,000 for one Dr. Diamond Instafacial, which includes microneedling. And I did have the best skin in my life after that, but I didn't know how much it was going to be before I went. Firstly, he kind of caught me off guard. So that was crazy, but I fell in love with microneedling. So when I got the opportunity to test this out before working with them, I jumped on it. It allows you to get the benefits of microneedling and micro-infusion from home without having to worry about the cost, annoyance of having to go into the salon and making the appointments and all of that kind of thing. You can just do it from home. You've got this here. This is the little micro-infusion device. You fill it up with your chosen serum. You can also mix the serums if you want. And then you've got your disposable 24 karat gold plated 0.5 millimeter needle heads. And these are sterile. You put one on for each new treatment, so it's, really safe. And following the instructions is stamping inward to outward. It takes me like 10 minutes, I think. For me, it doesn't hurt. And I thought that I had a really high pain threshold originally, and then I had kids and I realized that if some women have babies without an epidural, then I definitely have a low pain threshold. Like, I could not. So I actually think I have a low pain threshold, and this is completely fine for me. So your skin starts to turn red as you're pricking it with the needle. It feels maybe a little bit sore, like a sunburn, but mine settles quite quickly after I finished my treatment, and it's like just a little bit lightly pink. Get the excess serum, put it in my hands and pat it over my face and neck, and then I go to sleep. And then the next time I do my treatment, I can put on a sterile needle head, pick which serum I want, and do it all again. So you do it every 2 weeks. Oh, and because I got the bundle with the Q-rejuvalight, oh, my kids have used this because the red LED light can help promote collagen production as well. So I don't use it directly after using this because my skin's a little bit sore and I want my serum to absorb before putting the LED light on. But basically the next day, I use it once a day, and it only goes for a couple of minutes. It's not like one of those 10-minute ones. So it's really quick and it's so much easier to include in my routine. This particular one from Cure, I love it. Right now they have a giant sale. You can save up to 55% off when you buy one of their bundles. So yeah, I'll put the details below so you can take advantage of that sale, up to 55% off their retail prices with those bundles. I would recommend that bundle, but they have different bundles for all different skin concerns, so you're sorted. Another beauty treatment that I love to do from home for myself is my lash lifts. I naturally do have quite long lashes, but they're kind of straight, at least at the ends. And a lot of the time the edges like curl in only on one eye. So I really love to do my lash lifts because it allows you to actually set them in like the perfect curl, lift, splay. It looks so fantastic. Opens up your eye even without makeup on. A lot of the time I will do a lash tint like around the same time as I do it, sometimes even the next day, because it is kind of like a exhausting process to do my own lashes. But I prefer it to going to the salon these days because I found a great place here in Australia, but it's in Sydney. Sometimes I've been to professionals and they've like over processed it and it like made them a weird crinkly shape. The ends will get crinkly. So I've just like learned to do it myself, and I'm happy every single time I do it. So, and it's so much cheaper and I don't have to like go to the salon. It's just so much easier. So this is how I do it. Let me get this out. All my beauty products here. This is one of my hair removal sections in my room. So here is, I've got wax here. I don't really use wax at IPLs, but I've used this on Seba before. I've got like my facial razors, my razors. I've got an Ardell brow lamination kit. So Ardell actually sell them now. So you can get this at like Priceline, I think. So you can get it wherever you get Ardell now. But I've purchased in the past sets from Amazon and they've been fine. I haven't actually used this one, but I assume it's the same inside as to what they look like. Yep, looks exactly the same already. So the one I get from Amazon is like this as well. So you've got the little solutions and then a nourishing oil. You've got the little applicators. This is plastic wrap. I never even used that and that's fine. And then the glue is here and I've got a spoolie. Oh, that's crazy. This doesn't have the little pads. What? Oh, because this is a brow lamination. I'm an idiot. Pretty sure it's the same formula. But anyway, brow lamination, Ardell does it. Wow, my bad. Retract! Lol. Okay, well, I'm not going to suggest that you use this on your eyes because I might get sued. So don't do that. But I bought lash lifting sets off of Amazon and ever since then I kind of don't need to buy the sets anymore. I now just buy myself these little sachets and these actually look so similar to the ones that they use at the professional salons because they're disposable. So you've just got step 1 and then you've got the step 2. So yeah, you could use disposable gloves that came with one of my sets. I've not used it yet, but you know, sometimes if my sister or my mum want me to do them, I will use my gloves just so that they don't sue me. This is a lash glue balm that I love and recommend. So step 1 is to apply your lash glue. A lot of them come like what I showed you in the Ardell kit, like a brush on. That's just like non-latex eyelash glue and I don't think it works very well. So I recommend this one. It looks like this. Also, this is the best eyebrow gel ever. So you've got that and it's like a paste glue. And then I use these. So basically these are the pads that you stick on your eyelid that you use to give your eyelashes the shape. They come in all different sizes and it's depending on your preference, your eyelash length, your eye size. Okay, so if I can show you, this is an XS. So this one here is for your right eye. See how it's like tapered on the inner corner. This is a size XS and this is a size XL. And from the side, you can see as well that the curve of this part, which is what you're resting your eyelash over, is really like fat compared to this one. So your eyelashes are going to be like going straight up essentially with this one, which might be good for maybe someone with monolids and then the shorter eyelashes because you'll want like more curl. For me, I have more like rounded eyes. My lashes are actually quite long. So when I put this on, I get that nice natural kind of curl and lift that just suits me much better. And so if I were to have this pad, my eyelashes would set like going up into my own crease, which would be really uncomfortable. It would like make them curl back in on themselves. It's not comfortable. Like I've had mine over curled before. So I always go for the bigger pad and I would recommend going for the largest one that you kind of can at least the first time until you know your preference and what works for you. So yeah, step 1, apply the glue to the pad and then stick it on your eye and then you need to apply more glue. Then you use a spoolie to place the lashes over the glue and over the pad. I take some time in like placing them. You can like sculpt your lashes. So I usually do a bit of a wing to the outer corner and I love that effect on me. Then you've got to start with the solution. So you put a little bit of the first solution on and you've got to keep it a few millimeters away from your lash line because you don't want to get it on your skin and you shouldn't put it on the tips of your lashes either. So if this is your lashes, you kind of just want to take a little stripe of formula and you leave it for the set amount of time that it tells you on your set and then you remove it. I take it off with like a cotton pad or a cotton tip and then you go in with solution number 2. Leave it for that amount of time specified. Some directions say to put cling wrap over the top, like plastic film. I actually just never do that. I don't know, it means I can't watch the TV, which is what I'm usually doing. And it's just really fiddly, so I never do that actually, personally. But you should follow the instructions. Then you take it off, it's done. Then often after that, will go in and tint my eyelashes. Often by now I'm like hella tired, so I'll often do it like the next day. But I just mix the solution, the dye solution. I pretty much always use 1000 hour. I just apply it kind of lightly with a mascara brush. It's really just to tint the tips, which are getting a bit lighter as you guys know, but it makes a big difference and I love it. Love these sets. But I will say that the lash lift thing is not probably something that I would do unless I felt really confident in myself. So if you're not really confident in doing you know, a DIY treatment such as a lash lift. And I would understand it because there are obviously risks. Like, it's a chemical that you're getting close to your eye. Most people wouldn't recommend it. Whenever I do post me doing my own lash lift, I get a lot of hate. But I'm just telling you, that's what I do. Next on my list, I wanted to talk about IPL permanent hair removal. I love laser hair removal and IPL hair removal. I first tried it in a salon. Game changer. I don't like body hair for myself, so I take it off. But it really is effective. Like, I remember just after a couple of days, the hairs just fell out. And I didn't see them again for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then, you know, some more hair started to grow back, and then, you know, went back. But gradually, less and less hair would be growing back, and it would be finer and it would be fairer. Basically, IPL is intense pulsed light that heats up and burns pigment, the melanin, in your hairs and essentially kills the hair from the root, disables it, so it will not grow back. Now, the thing is, your hair's growing in cycles, right? So the one that you can see is the anagen phase. That means that the follicle is like active and it's growing. But there's hairs where the follicle is no longer active and it's just sleepy, waiting to fall out essentially. The IPL is not going to work on that because it's not going to be able to blast a root. 80% or something of your hairs are in the anagen phase, and there's the rest that are in the other phases that you've got to wait for them to kind of go through the cycle and become in the anagen phase before you can blast them. That's why you have to do it consistently and every couple of weeks. Gradually your hair will grow less. Seriously, after like 2 treatments, like after using it for a month, I do it really every 2 weeks or so, you start to see it thinning out. And actually after that, I start to forget to shave because the hairs become such lazy little bastards that I barely notice them. So the set that I've been using for like the past year now is this one. This one I recommend with my whole heart and soul, okay? It's the Braun Silk, doesn't say on here, Silk 5. You've got the device, it has a removable head. That's the small head. As you can see, the little window for the laser to come out or the IPL to come out is small. This is the larger one, and so when I'm doing my underarms, I use the large one. When I'm doing somewhere like my toes, I'm using the small one. Because listen, ladies, listen, Linda, you girls got hairy toes. And I'm telling you right now, that is the most painful place to do it. It doesn't really hurt on my armpits anymore because there's so little hairs. But when I started, this is what my armpit hair looked like. After kids, I got like less hairs growing on my armpits, and after getting professional IPL laser got me to this stage. And I used this for a month or two every 2 weeks, and then I've just forgotten ever since then because I just am not growing any hair anymore, guys. Like, or if I do, it's so small that I really have to kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I mean, there's about 12 hairs there. Can you even see that? And I haven't shaved in, that's like a week's worth of regrowth there. It's really, really slow. So slow. It works so well. Now, this one has this thing on the side called the Senso Adapt. And when you turn it on, it'll be red if it's sensing something that it shouldn't be lasering or IPLing. Sorry, I do keep using the word laser even though it's not a laser. It will sense that it's flat against skin, and it will turn like white before zapping. So I like that because it's really safe. I love that it has a really nice long cord. It's pretty quiet, and I like that it has the 2 heads. Mine also came with a razor, which I haven't opened yet because I just use my other thing. I think I actually use a Gillette as well. The Braun 5, it's $498 on the Shaver Shop. So I guess that's the kind of funny thing because you pay like $500 for this thing and you don't even need to use it that much after the first year because it's just like kind of maintenance after that, once or twice a year, really, well, for me. Now, next thing to talk about, wow, this is a long video, is nails. I love to do my own nails. It's like a very therapeutic thing for me. I used to like going to the salon too, but it was just so hard to find a good nail artist, nail tech that was as anal as I was. Like, cannot stand if if it's not absolutely flawless. This is a legitimate OCD thing for me, because I could spend 6 hours easily doing my nails and ensuring that there is not one little bit of cuticle or dry skin or glue or anything. And in fact, if there is an imperfection, I will take it off and do it again. It can be debilitating actually, because I'll spend so long on doing it and then sometimes I have to redo it. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about all the ways I do it. Okay, first, right now, I'm just really into the press-on nails because it's quicker, less likely to stuff up because you just pop them on, and they're perfect. Like, look, you see what I mean? Like, look how flawless that is, edge to edge. You cannot see anything underneath. You can't see anything under there. That is what is important to me. Okay, there's no flooding of the color because I'm not painting and like, you know, it's just you pop it on and it's flawless. The thing is with mine is I don't use glue anymore with my press-ons because the glue can flood underneath. I think it's a bit damaging to your nails, but it also, yeah, can flood around the cuticle and underneath, which is unsightly. So I love to use the sticky tabs. Plus, when you want to remove the sticky tabs, these are sticky tabs. You'd recognize these, you guys. These are OG sticky tabs. Like, I swear I remember when I was like 5 getting kitty nail sets and doing them with this. Well, I still love these, but Olive and June have an even better version, which is like this. So they have their own. Yeah, so OG stickies are a little bit thicker, or it's significantly thicker. You can feel the difference. Right now I've got the OG ones on because I'm just trying to use them up really, but these ones from Olive and June are amazing. They stay longer too, I think. I love to use a couple of different brands for press-ons. It's just depending on, you know, what style of nail I want at that time. So the ones I'm wearing right now are Olive and June. I think it's called Cocoa Chrome. This is what they look like, but look how beautiful that design is. Inside is heaps of nails. Gosh, there must be 20 or 30 different sizes of nails. Look at this tiny little pinky size that they have. And then look at this large, really large thumbnail size. Like, I think that's amazing to be so inclusive. You don't think about being inclusive with nails, but Olive and June did it. But yeah, I love Olive and June for their basics. I think they're really good basics. I'm not as big a fan of a lot of their patterns. They're a little bit normie, like their little flowers and stuff, and I just prefer kind of like abstract designs. And I also love OPI for basics. They are good, and they feel like the same. These are very similar actually. They feel the same as the Olive and June ones. They just have less sizes than Olive and June. But I love that you can get these easily because Olive and June's only in the US. So I always get it sent to my US address there, or I get it sent to family in Toronto. So yeah, I've got a little tutorial on how I put them on. Basically just prep your nail, buff it down a little bit. I use alcohol wipe to prepare it. And I always do my nails before bed with press-ons because firstly, my little gremlin children are not running around jumping on me, trying to touch glue, trying to touch tiny little nails and put them in their mouth. I do it right before bed as well because I think a big key as to how I can get them to last for at least a week is that I don't get my hands wet after applying them. I just go to sleep and, you know, will not be washing my hands for hours and hours and hours. Another of my absolute favorite brands is this brand, Chill Tips. I stock the F up on these, and this is me not having bought any for a year now. Whenever there's a design I like, I buy them all. So Chill Tips by Chill House is amazing. They have the coolest designs. The only thing is that the quality of them, to be fair, is not as good as Olive and June, and there is a sizing problem for me in particular, where basically I need a very similar size to my ring finger for my what's this finger called? Wow. Index finger? Yes. Pointer finger. It needs to be roughly the same size. Olive and June has so many sizes that I have so many options. But Chill Tips, the next size down from my ring finger is too small. Sucks because look how cool these designs are. Look at that. I love them. Coolest, minimalist. Oh my God, I love these ones. I'm so passionate about nails that I'm getting like frothy at the mouth. Look at these ones. look so sick. Oh my god, wait, look at these. Okay, so I have bought these over and over again, these blue ones. I love those. I've had them like 10 times. These ones, oh my god, sick. The other thing with Chill House, when I say that I don't think the quality is as good, after like 4 days, probably because I have kids and, you know, sometimes I do the washing up, not often, but the design will chip off or wear off. So, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, next. Oh my god, the nail section is going to be so long. Gelé. These are great. These are nail stickers. I can't open it right now because these are gel stickers, so you've got to set them. Oh, this one's open. Oh, good. Okay, so I had put these away from last time I did my nails. So this is what a Gelé nail sticker looks like. So it's a pre-done, pre-painted little sticker made of gel that you simply pop on and then you cure them under a nail lamp. Let me show you. This is what they look like. And it cures under light. So it's really flexible. You essentially, I mean, this would actually go quite nicely with my nail here today. You pop it on like that. I usually like press it down the middle and then use my finger to stretch and pull it over to reach the side wall. But it will look something like that. There's all that overlay. And then you cure it under the lamp and it will set it. I'm gonna take it off though. They're amazing. I had these last over a week too. And then you kind of remove them and there's like a bit of a tacky, sticky gel left underneath that is quite easy to take off, although very secure on the nail. What I was trying to say before is that they come in this like anti-UV thing because obviously they're UV cured. If they see the sunlight, they will harden on here. So they've got to be in this thing and then you open it as soon as you go to apply it. Also, because of the length of my nails, I usually also have enough to use the end. Like if I cut it off and go straight away down to my toes, I usually have enough to do my toes with them as well. So then you have a really nice matching pedicure and you get double bang for your buck because $10 does your hands and toes. Amazing. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Press-ons is probably my preferred method these days, but I do also do my own nail extensions as well. Let me show you all that shit. Now, something that I was really into, and I'm going to talk about it because I've now grown as a person and I want to see if any of you guys want this. But Gel X, they look like this. They're clear tips and there is a special, so it's a gel that kind of you glue the tip onto your nail with that and set it with a UV light. They also have a more solid extend gel because this is quite an advanced thing. Like normally you would go to a salon and get someone that's proficient in nail extensions and Gel X to do this for you. The good thing is about this is that unlike free-handing your nail extension with acrylic or with like gel, you know how they paint it on, and like with builder gel you've got to like form the shape. It's a little bit easier to make it look professional and everything is uniform. And it's good in that way, but for me, I've never, and in the past 3 years, been able to perfect it to the level where I'm satisfied, because there will always be like a bubble of the gel underneath, or it will like flood the cuticle, or there'll be like a bit of thick gel underneath that's a bit sticky and tacky and dirt gets stuck to it, which is festy, or it will just look messy underneath. And you can't let any of the extend gel touch your skin because you can get gel allergy, right? Which is painful, it's itchy, and it happens to me often when I use this. Even though I'm really careful and cautious, and if I think I've removed it from my skin, sometimes it still does get itchy. And there's so many steps to it, it takes me so long. It's just such a hassle. So if you're a professional and you could do with some extra tips, so I'll send it to someone, because I just don't even want this here because it's affecting my quality of life, and my OCD is terrible when I do this. It will take me at least 6 hours to do my nails, and I will be up until like 4 a.m. doing my nails. If I get it right, it looks amazing. But I just can't do it anymore, not with kids. Write a comment or send me a message on Instagram. I'll find someone to send it to. I did find a good alternative, and that is dip powder. Every time I've seen people do dip powder, it looks ugly as all hell and gets really chunky and does not look elegant. I have a method and it turns out really well. This is how I did this set of nails. That is not my natural nail, that is dip powder. So I use the tip so I can get a little bit of length, just a little bit because I still like to do them quite short. They're these lightweight, flexible, plasticky things that you stick on to the tip of your nail with, it's like a brush on nail glue. They call it Pro Base from this brand Revel Nail. And then you can start dipping. And dip powder is acrylic. You're painting your nail with this. I think it's just like a paint on nail glue essentially, because that's what I use to put the tips on as well. And then when your nail is wet, you've got that on, you dip it into the powder, it starts to dry like immediately. You do another layer of this, dip it again, you do another layer, dip it again. Then once it's fully dried, take a nice buffer and shape the nail. Sometimes I'll use my nail drill. I have this one from Zilbo, so I'll do that, get it the shape that I want, and then I put the top coat on, finish gel. It says gel, but it's not a gel. You just paint it on and it dries itself. So whenever I want to like paint my own nail designs, I'll usually do my dip powder. Well, I went over everything that I do behind. We covered microneedling or the micro-infusion with Cure. As you know, they sponsored this video, so take advantage of their huge sale right now, up to 55% off retail price when you purchase a bundle, and there's something for every skin concern. I'll pop that in the link below. I also covered my nails. I feel like that took half my life explaining all that. My eyelashes, my IPL, but I mean, I also do other stuff, like I do my own fake tan, dyed my own hair before, but what is there that I would never do? I would never cut my own hair. I also would never do a cosmetic tattoo on myself. Hell no. Okay, well, I think that's everything I wanted to cover in this video. Wow, this footage is over an hour long. It's gonna be fun. I'll put all the links for everything in the description box. I'll see you next time. Bye.